Want to increase the speed of your solos? In this video, you will learn how to add hammer-ons and pull-offs into your playing to instantly increase your speed. And stick around, as at the end of the video, we will show you how to combine hammer-ons and pull-offs in a couple of different ways to really increase that speed. I'm Stephen, the co-founder of the Murphy School of Music here in Chester, and in this channel we post in-depth tutorials on everything to do with music. As we said, in this video we will be learning how to use hammer-ons and pull-offs. Now, what are hammer-ons and pull-offs? Essentially they are slurs. A slur in music is blurring or slurring one note into another note. There are several ways we can do this on the guitar. Two of the ways we're going to talk about today are hammer-ons and pull-offs. So let's start with our hammer-ons. By plucking one note, we can hammer on into another note to create that second note. Now notice we didn't pluck the string again, but we get another clear note ringing out there. Now we do this by placing our first finger on one fret. I'm going to start on the 5th fret of the 5th string, which is a D note, and then you can use your 2nd, 3rd or 4th finger to hammer on. I'm going to use the 3rd finger in this case on the 7th fret. We get that nice clear note ringing out for that second note as well. Now, to hammer on and get a clear note, we need to move very quickly and quite firmly when we're placing our finger into the second note we're playing. This doesn't mean that we need to do it very close to the first note we've played. We don't need to do it close to the note, but when we're moving the finger, it needs to move quite fast. We can leave that first note ringing out for a little while. We can even let that first note die out completely and then hammer on and create that second note. Now when we're hammering on, we're aiming to place this 3rd finger, or whichever finger we're using, nice and close to the next fret wire. Like we would when we're playing any note on the guitar. We want minimal fret buzz, we want a nice clear note, nice clear tone. So placing it there quite firmly, quite fast, next to the fret wire is going to create that with no fret buzz. Now try doing this exercise. We're going to use the A minor pentatonic scale, and we're going to go up the scale, starting from the D note, which is the 5th fret of the 5th string, and we're going to pluck the first note of each string and then hammer on the second note. Now notice we heard all of the notes ringing out nice and clearly, but we only plucked half of the notes there. As we get comfortable, we can increase the speed of that. And we get those nice clear notes still ringing out. Try doing this exercise every day until you get really comfortable with this technique. Now let's look at pull-offs. Pull-offs are essentially the opposite of hammer-ons. Instead of going up in pitch, this time we're going to be going down in pitch. So we're slurring the note going down in pitch this time. Still have 2 fingers on the fretboard. I'm going to place my first finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, which is a C note. And then I'm going to place my 3rd finger. Again, you could use your 2nd, 3rd or 4th finger on any note, but I'm going to use the 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the same string, the 3rd string there. So I'm going to pluck that string and pull off. Again, I get 2 clear notes ringing out there. Now, how I did that, we're going to pluck the string where our 3rd finger is, and then you're going to kind of flick that finger down and out to create that second note. It's almost like we're plucking with our left hand when we're doing this. If we were to just lift our finger off, we hear a little bit of a note, but we don't really get a clear note there. We want nice, clear, precise notes each time. So by just flicking down and out like you're plucking, we get this desired note nice and clear again. Again, try this exercise each day for a little while until you become comfortable with your pull-offs. Once you do become comfortable with your pull-offs and your hammer-ons, then we can start to combine them. And the first way we're going to combine them is to create what's called a trill. A trill is a hammer-on and pull-off, hammer-on, pull-off, hammer-on, pull-off, or perhaps the other way around, pull-off, hammer-on, pull-off, hammer-on, repeated over and over, so that we get this these changing notes going quite fast generally. I'll show you what I mean. We're going to place our first finger on the 12th fret of the high E string, and then our third finger on the 15th fret of the high E string, and I'm going to go pull off, hammer on, pull off, hammer on. Watch this. Now generally your trills will be quite fast, so we want them to sound perhaps a bit more like this. Again, nice clear precise notes. We're close to the fret wires with both our first finger and our third finger, and we're pulling off nice and clearly. We're hammering on nice and clearly, so we get these precise, clear, desired notes. And you've probably heard that in music. Another way we can combine our hammer-ons and pull-offs is by doing multiple hammer-ons and pull-offs in one swift motion. Again, I'll show you what I mean by that. We're going to keep our first finger on the 12th fret. This time we're going to have our second finger on the 14th fret and our third finger on the 15th fret. And we're going to go pull off, hammer on, and then repeat. So this is what it will sound like. And you can see, repeating that over and over, we really can get some speed with our solos in that. And we get these nice clear sounds. It sounds really fast, but we're actually not doing a great deal of speed. Particularly our right hand, it's plucking once. Like I said, practice all of these regularly, practice them each day for a little while until you become really comfortable with them. And then, why don't you find a song that uses some of these techniques and start applying what you've learned in playing your songs. If you do find a song that you like to play with hammer-ons and pull-offs, let us know in the comments below. Also in the comments, I will put a link to a PDF download of the sheet music of the 4 different exercises that we've done today. On the PDF, you'll have both the sheet music and the tabs to show you the exercises so you can practice them and really improve your playing. We hope you've learned something from this video. If you have, please do hit the subscribe and notification buttons so that you know when we post more in-depth tutorials for you to learn music. In the meantime, keep up the practice and we'll see you soon.